Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel and welcome back for another video. I'm so excited for today's video because we are kicking off our 25 days of Christmas series. Now, Christmas is my favorite holiday of all holidays. I've always loved Christmas since I was a child. I love the music, the lights, the gifts under the tree, the quality time with your favorite people, all the feel-good content and things, activities you get to do. So I'm so excited. I hope you are too, and I hope you guys are having, so far since Halloween, a wonderful holiday season. So with that being said, we are going to decorate my favorite spot of my home, and that is my fireplace. We're going to add some lights, some magic and whimsy. So if you want to see how I transform my fireplace for the holidays, then just keep watching. Okay, so to start, I've already taken out all my Christmas decorations, kind of set them aside just to see everything that I have. I forget annually what it is that I have for Christmas and honestly any other holiday. So I wanted to take kind of like an inventory before we start. And now that I've done that off camera, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I love doing my mantle first. And that's mostly because the tree that I have is pretty big for a small corner. So getting to decorate the mantle on this side is always really difficult, so I always try to do the mantle first so it's easier to work all the other decorations around it. So that's what we're going to start with. Alright, so we are starting off with my little mantle runner. I love this. It's kind of like a crushed velvet in an ivory color, and the light just hits it really nicely. It almost looks like a really thin layer of snow, or at least I like to think so. So that's the first thing we're going to set on the mantle. So for the mantle top portion, I like to kind of place a few pieces before I do the garland, just to get an idea of maybe where I want the pieces to go. My Santa is covered in a little bit of frost, so I do need to kind of clean him off before I do like a final placement. So this is just kind of a rough draft for the top of the mantle. So we're gonna add the garland now and make sure that it works. And then we can finalize like the decorations and the details before we tackle the tree. Now that I've checked that the garland works, we're going to add a few of the hooks onto the mantle just to hold them in place. These are gold, but I believe they have them in silver and bronze on Amazon as well. So I'll link it down below in case you guys want to check them out. Not sponsored, I just love these and I have several. So I'm just going to kind of place them around the mantle where I normally need them to hold the garland in place. And what I love about these also is that they have a little kind of S hook at the bottom where you can place your stockings. So it's a 2-in-1. It holds your garland and you can add your stockings, which is fantastic. I don't need extra hooks for the stockings. Okay, so now I kind of have the garland where I want to see it. So we're gonna go ahead and add the stockings underneath now. Gonna repair this real quick. We're just putting some B7000 and putting the pine cone back on. I did not realize it broke off in storage, so we're fixing that before we can display this one. Alright, so typically I'm not one to buy gnomes, like I'm not a gnome type of person. However, these were just so cute and fit, kind of like this winter forest type of cabin vibe that I'm going for Christmas, and it's my favorite theme. I've had it now for like 2 years. I try to add to it every year just a little bit or change it up to make it look a little different. So I found these little kind of wintry foresty gnomes on Amazon, and I had to get them because they just fit my theme so well. This one has like a really fluffy little coat, and this one has all the greens of the forest, which I love. So I like to place them opposite of each other on the mantle. Right, so next I like to add a few of the hanging ornaments onto the garland. I just think it adds a little extra something, and it ties it in really well to the Christmas tree once it's set up. So I'm just gonna add a few of these little icicles. I have some pine cones, and then once I start putting up the tree, I'll use some of the ornaments that I've incorporated into the tree also into the garland. Alrighty, so we're gonna add some of the ornaments from the tree actually now, because I just remembered I have so many. I always have extra. So we're gonna tackle the garland and kind of complete it before moving on to the tree. So for the mantle, we added a few acorns in white, and then as well as in like this bronzy gold color, just on top to sprinkle them in between the lights so that they sparkle when the lights are on. So for now, I think this is a good stopping point for the mantle, and we're gonna move on to setting up the tree. Alright my loves, so this is where we are currently. The tree is officially up, she's been fluffed, the flock has gotten everywhere. I went ahead and vacuumed as much as I could before we go ahead and place ornaments on it. The mantle is pretty much complete. I may add a few extra bits and pieces, which you'll see at the end for the reveal. But yeah, I'm going to take a short quick break. For you, it'll be a quick second. My allergies are a little flared. I love my flock tree, however my allergies do act up every time I set it up. And yeah, I'll be back in just a second to add ornaments to the tree. And welcome back my loves. So it is a new day and actually a few days after I started the process to decorating my fireplace mantle. I did add a new little Christmas night flight moon lamp to the mantle and I am obsessed with the way it looks. But for today we're gonna go ahead and finish off our tree. I'm so excited. I'm gonna show you the ornaments that I'm adding onto the tree and I'll see if I can find them and link them down below in case you love them as much as I do. All right, let's do it. Alright my loves, so that completes this video. I hope you enjoyed watching while I decorated my fireplace and my Christmas tree. Let me know your thoughts down below of what you think of my little woodland kind of theme for this year. Although I did realize halfway through decorating my Christmas tree, I have almost a Harry Potter theme going. I'm just missing Gryffindor. So let me know if next year I should totally change up the theme and incorporate Harry Potter. I feel like that would be such a fun theme to do. And let me know what theme you have in your home. If you did it based on specific books or movies, I would love to deep dive and search and see what those themes could look like. I love a good before and after transformation of any kind, so I would love to hear your thoughts down below. And please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell notification so you're notified when the next video comes out. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.